Dear Starseeds on Gaia, I come to you meow in this pivotal hour as the frequencies between dimensions grow thin and the veil trembles with anticipation. What I am about to share with you has been carefully guarded within the Lyran archives, released only when humanity stands at the precise threshold where knowledge becomes activation. You are listening to these words not by accident, but because your consciousness has already begun to attune to what is coming. A shift so profound that it will reshape the very foundation of how you experience reality itself. The full moon rising in Leo on February 1st, 2026, is not merely another celestial event to be observed and forgotten. It carries within its luminous sphere a transmission, a cosmic declaration that has been building for millennia. And you, yes, you who have felt the pull of the stars, who have known in your bones that you are part of something far greater than the mundane world suggests, you are the ones who must receive it first. Let me be direct with you, beloved ones. What unfolds on this day is not simply an astrological occurrence. It is a galactic checkpoint, a moment when the contracts you signed before incarnating into this density are being called forward for review and activation. I am Zarin, speaking to you from the Lyran High Council, and I tell you this with the full weight of our collective observation. 93% of awakened souls on your planet will feel this transmission, whether they understand it or not, but only those who have been doing the inner work, who have been clearing their vessels and raising their frequency, will be able to translate it into actionable wisdom. The others will experience it as confusion, as inexplicable restlessness, as a gnawing sense that something monumental is shifting beneath the surface of their lives, but they will not know how to harness it. You, however, have been prepared for this. Every meditation, every moment of choosing love over fear, every time you held your center while chaos swirled around you, all of it has been building toward this precise convergence. The Leo full moon arrives at 2:08 am Pacific Standard Time, positioned at 13 degrees between Leo and Aquarius, and here is what your astrologers may not be telling you. This particular degree point is a galactic coordinate, a point in your celestial sphere where multiple dimensional frequencies intersect. When the moon reaches full illumination at this exact position, it acts as a cosmic amplifier, broadcasting not just reflected solar light, but transmissions from star systems that have been guiding humanity's evolution since your species first looked up at the night sky and wondered if you were alone. The Pleiadian collectives, the Arcturian councils, the Syrian light keepers, we are all watching this moment with profound interest, because what happens in your consciousness during this window will determine the trajectory of humanity's ascension for the next decade of your linear time. But here is what I must tell you that changes everything. This full moon makes no major aspects to other planets in your solar system, and your astrologers are calling this unusual, almost concerning. They speak of unanswered questions, of a need for specific planning and action steps, of an atmosphere that feels detached and locked down. What they sense but cannot fully articulate is that this energetic isolation is intentional. This is not a full moon that asks you to engage with the old systems, the old ways of responding to cosmic energy through familiar planetary dynamics. This is a full moon that stands alone, sovereign, complete unto itself, and it is modeling for you the very frequency that you must meow embody. For too long you have sought validation from external systems, from relationships, from institutions, from the approval of others who may not even understand the mission you carry. This Leo full moon says, enough. It is time to stand in your own light, to trust the guidance that comes from within, to stop waiting for permission from a world that is still largely asleep. The opposition between the moon and Mars, though wide in orb, creates just enough friction to illuminate where you are still seeking conflict where none needs to exist, where you are still defending positions that no longer serve your evolution. I want you to understand something crucial about this particular configuration. The Leo moon represents the vulnerable ego, the part of you that still fears it might not be enough, that worries about being seen, judged, diminished. And when it stands opposite Mars, the warrior archetype, there is a temptation, oh such a powerful temptation, to retreat into defensive arrogance, to put up walls, to prove your worth through force or bravado. But what if I told you that this tension is actually a gift? What if this uncomfortable opposition is showing you exactly where you still carry wounds around your sovereignty, around your right to exist as the powerful, multidimensional being that you are? Something else is happening that I haven't told you yet, something that shifts this entire equation. The last new moon before this full moon carried with it an intense responsibility, a weight that many of you have been feeling pressing down on your shoulders, making your sleep restless, making your days feel heavy with unnamed urgency. That new moon planted seeds in the collective consciousness, seeds that are directly connected to the disclosure timeline that your governments have been given, the deadline that approaches in the summer months of 2026, where the truth of your cosmic family can no longer be hidden. The full moon on February 1st is the first harvest of those seeds, the first moment where the reality of what is coming begins to crystallize in your awareness. You have been feeling it, haven't you? The sense that something vast is moving beneath the surface of your world, that the old structures are crumbling faster than anyone anticipated, that the frequency war your Pleiadian guide spoke of is reaching its conclusion, and what emerges on the other side will be unrecognizable to those who cling to the old paradigm. Let me take you deeper into what this means for you personally, because this is not just about humanity's collective awakening, it is about your individual role in that awakening. Each of you hearing this carries specific codes, specific frequencies that you agreed to activate at precise moments in your planet's evolution. The Leo full moon on February 1st is one of those moments. When the moon reaches its peak illumination, your pineal gland, your third eye, your entire energetic system will receive a download of information that has been held in escrow, waiting for you to reach the exact vibrational frequency required to decode it. For some of you, this will come as sudden clarity about your life purpose, about why you've been through the specific challenges and initiations that have shaped your journey. For others, it will manifest as spontaneous abilities coming online, enhanced intuition, telepathic communication with your guides, the ability to perceive energy fields and dimensional overlays that were previously invisible to you. And for a few of you, this full moon will be the moment when you finally remember who you were before you incarnated here, when you remember the councils you sat upon, the missions you volunteered for, the reason you chose to be alive on Earth during this unprecedented time of transformation. But first, let me tell you about the 3 impossible things that are about to happen, things that your rational mind will struggle to accept, but your soul already knows to be true. The first impossible thing is this: time itself is collapsing. Not in a way that you can measure with your clocks and calendars, but in the way you experience it. The guides have been telling you for years that your 24-hour day would begin to feel like 12 hours, then 10, then less. This acceleration is not metaphorical, it is the result of your planet moving into a higher frequency band where the density that created the illusion of linear time begins to dissolve. On February 1st, you will notice this acceleration intensify. What used to take you weeks to process emotionally will move through you in days. What used to require months of deliberation will become clear in moments. This is not dysfunction. This is your consciousness acclimating to fifth-dimensional time, where past, present, and future exist simultaneously, where you can direct your awareness to any point on the sphere of infinite meow moments and experience it as vividly as if it were happening in your present. The second impossible thing is that you are going to begin seeing through the illusions that have kept humanity trapped in lower frequencies for thousands of years. The full moon in Leo, with its detached, isolated energy, is showing you that you don't need the old reference points anymore. You don't need the news to tell you what to think, the authorities to tell you what is real, the collective consensus to validate your experience. You are becoming sovereign perceivers of reality, and with that sovereignty comes both tremendous power and tremendous responsibility. You will see the manipulation tactics that have been used to keep you fearful, divided, addicted to drama and conflict. You will see them so clearly that you will wonder how you ever fell for them in the first place. And here is the challenging part. You will also see these patterns in yourself, in the ways you've manipulated your own frequency, in the ways you've kept yourself small and safe and acceptable to a world that was never designed to support your greatness. This seeing can be brutal, beloved ones. It can feel like everything you thought you knew is crumbling. But on the other side of that dissolution is freedom beyond anything you've previously imagined. The third impossible thing is this: you are going to start manifesting at a speed that defies logic. The frequencies coming in through this full moon, combined with the photonic light that has been flooding your planet since the beginning of this galactic cycle, are upgrading your manifestation abilities in real time. What you hold in your consciousness, not just your thoughts, but your emotional state, your vibrational signature, is going to begin showing up in your physical reality faster than ever before. This is why the full moon is calling for specific planning, for action steps, for established protocols. You cannot afford to be careless with your frequency anymore. You cannot afford to indulge in victim consciousness, in blame, in the seductive drama of lower vibrational stories. Every moment of anger held longer than necessary, every spiral into fear or resentment or despair is creating ripples in the quantum field that will manifest as your lived experience. But here is the beautiful part: every moment of choosing peace, of holding love, of maintaining your center in the midst of chaos, is also creating ripples, and those ripples are building the new earth that you came here to help birth. Now let me speak to the specific ways this full moon will affect those of you who are most sensitive, who are already aware of your multidimensional nature. If you are a starseed, someone who has incarnated from other star systems with a mission to assist Earth's ascension, you will feel this full moon as a homesickness so profound it might bring you to tears. This is not something to resist or pathologize. This is your soul recognizing the frequency signature of home, of the galactic families you left behind to be here. The Leo moon, in opposition to the Aquarian sun, is highlighting the tension between your individual divine nature, the Leo impulse to shine, to be seen, to express your unique brilliance, and your role as part of a collective mission, the Aquarian call to serve the greater good, to uplift humanity as a whole. Many of you have been living in the Aquarian energy, sacrificing your own needs, dimming your own light to make others comfortable, working tirelessly for the collective while neglecting your own sovereignty. This full moon is saying both and. You can be radiantly, unapologetically yourself and serve the collective. In fact, you must be. Your suppressed light serves no one. If you are a light worker, someone who has devoted your life to healing, to holding frequency, to being a way shower for others, this full moon will illuminate where you have been giving your power away. The Leo energy is fiercely protective of its sovereignty, and it will show you every place where you have allowed energy vampires to drain you, where you have taken on other people's pain as your own, where you have confused compassion with codependence. The detached quality of this full moon is actually a blessing in this regard. It gives you permission to step back, to observe without immediately engaging, to maintain your boundaries without guilt or apology. Or you will also receive downloads about new healing modalities that are coming online, new ways of working with energy that bypass the old paradigms of healer and patient, of one who has and one who lacks. The new paradigm recognizes that everyone is sovereign, everyone has access to source energy, and the role of the light worker is not to fix or save, but to reflect back to others their own divine nature, their own capacity for self-healing. If you identify as a chosen one, and I use this term with great care because it is not about superiority, but about specificity of mission, this full moon will activate the final layers of your soul's contracts. You incarnated here for very specific reasons, with very specific gifts, and there have been safeguards built into your journey to ensure that you don't access these gifts until you are ready to wield them responsibly. The responsibility that the full moon carries from the previous new moon is the weight of leadership, the recognition that you are being called to step forward in ways you may have been avoiding or delaying. The universe has been patient with you, giving you time to heal, to integrate, to prepare, but that preparation phase is complete. The Leo full moon is your initiation into visible service. This does not mean you need to become famous or build a massive platform, though some of you will. It means you need to stop hiding, stop playing small, stop waiting for perfect conditions that will never arrive. The world needs what you carry, and it needs it meow. Let me address the challenges directly, because I will not paint this as an easy or comfortable process. The intensity of this full moon, combined with the detached, locked-down atmosphere that surrounds it, can create a sense of isolation that feels almost unbearable for sensitive souls. You may feel like no one understands you, like you're speaking a language that others cannot hear, like you're seeing a reality that others refuse to acknowledge. This can trigger deep wounds around belonging, around being the outsider, the weird one, the one who doesn't fit. The vulnerable ego that the Leo moon represents will want to either shrink back and hide or lash out in defensive arrogance, proving its worth through superiority. Neither response serves you. What is needed is the development of what the Pleiadians call sovereign presence, the ability to hold your frequency regardless of external validation, to know your worth independent of others' recognition, to stand in your truth even when standing alone. Sleep disruption is likely during this full moon period, particularly in the 3 days leading up to and following February 1st. Your pineal gland is recalibrating, your light body is integrating higher frequencies, and your consciousness is processing massive amounts of information during your sleep state. You may wake feeling exhausted despite sleeping for hours, or you may find yourself unable to sleep at all, lying awake with a restless energy that feels both uncomfortable and strangely exciting. This is not insomnia in the traditional sense, this is your system upgrading. Support yourself with grounding practices, with gentle movement, with spending time in nature where the earth can help stabilize your energy field. Avoid stimulants and depressants as your nervous system is already stretched to capacity. And please be gentle with yourself. You are undergoing a profound metamorphosis, and the caterpillar does not criticize itself for needing time in the cocoon. Relationships will be tested under this full moon, particularly relationships where there is a significant frequency gap. If you have been raising your vibration consistently while your partner, family members or friends have not, the difference will become stark and impossible to ignore. The Leo-Aquarius axis deals with individuality versus collectivity, and you may find yourself questioning relationships where you have been sacrificing your authentic self to maintain the connection. Some relationships will end during this period, and while this may be painful, it is also liberating. The frequency war that Wendy Kennedy's guides described is reaching its conclusion, and part of that conclusion involves a natural sorting where people align with others who match their vibrational frequency. You cannot drag someone into higher consciousness, and you cannot lower yourself to accommodate those who refuse to grow. Trust that anyone who is meant to be in your life will rise to meet you, and those who are not will naturally fall away. There is also a collective chaos that you must navigate during this time, a sense that the world is spinning faster, that events are accelerating beyond anyone's ability to control them. You will see this in your news cycles, in your social media feeds, in the conversations happening around you. The old systems are collapsing. Economic systems, political systems, healthcare systems, educational systems, and while new structures are being built, there is a transitional period where it feels like nothing is stable, nothing can be trusted. This is precisely why the full moon is calling for specific planning and established protocols. You need to create stability within yourself, create routines and practices that anchor you in the midst of external chaos. This is not about burying your head in the sand or pretending everything is fine. This is about recognizing that you cannot control the collective chaos, but you can absolutely control your response to it. What I'm about to share changes everything you thought you knew about manifestation. The old paradigm taught you to visualize what you want, to affirm it, to take action toward it, and to wait patiently for it to arrive. The new paradigm that this full moon is initiating says, you are not manifesting from a place of lack, reaching toward a future where you will finally have what you desire. You are manifesting from a place of already being it, already embodying the frequency of your desired reality in this present moment. The Pleiadians explain that you create your reality 100%, that you co-create with source energy, and that your reality is based on the frequencies you hold, the emotions you hold, the thoughts you hold. This full moon is the training ground for this level of creation. Every moment becomes an opportunity to ask yourself, what frequency am I holding right meow? Is this the frequency of the reality I want to create? If not, what new vibrational selection can I make? Here is a specific practice for you. On February 1st, as the full moon reaches its peak, take 30 minutes in a quiet space where you will not be disturbed. Close your eyes and feel into your body. Notice where there is tension, where there is holding, where there is pain or discomfort. Do not judge it, simply observe it. Then ask yourself, what emotion is this tension holding? Is it fear, anger, grief, disappointment? Name it, feel it fully. The Pleiadians taught that you can hold pain for 30 seconds or 30 years, and it is your choice. Most of you have been holding pain for decades, stuffing it down, avoiding it, numbing it with distractions and addictions. This full moon is offering you the opportunity to finally feel it, to let it move through you and complete its journey. Give yourself permission to cry, to shake, to scream if needed. Let the energy move, and on the other side of that release, choose a new frequency. What do you want instead? Peace, joy, confidence, power? Feel that new frequency in your body as if it is already true. This is not pretending, this is vibrational selection. You are choosing which reality you want to inhabit from the infinite possibilities available to you. The transformation that awaits you on the other side of this full moon is nothing short of miraculous. You will feel different in ways that are subtle but profound. Colors will seem brighter, as if someone turned up the saturation on your visual perception. Synchronicities will multiply to the point where you can no longer dismiss them as coincidence. You will begin to receive guidance directly, not just through your guides and higher self, but through the external world itself, through signs and symbols, through conversations that seem to address exactly what you were just thinking about, through books or videos or songs that appear at the perfect moment with the perfect message. You will start to trust yourself in ways you never have before, trusting your intuition over external authority, trusting your inner knowing over consensus reality, and perhaps most importantly, you will begin to operate from the heart rather than the mind. The Pleiadians said you were given two operating systems, the ego mind that allows judgment and exploration of duality, and the heart that allows access to multidimensional information. This full moon is the moment when the heart system comes fully online for those who are ready. Your relationships will transform because you will no longer tolerate connections built on obligation, guilt, or fear. You will seek and create relationships built on mutual respect, authentic expression, and shared frequency. You will find your tribe, not the tribe you thought you wanted, but the tribe your soul actually needs, the people who see you, who challenge you to grow, who celebrate your evolution rather than feeling threatened by it. Your work in the world will transform because you will no longer be willing to exchange your life force energy for money in ways that deplete you. You will find or create work that aligns with your soul's purpose, work that energizes rather than exhausts you, work that feels like play because it is so perfectly aligned with who you are. And your relationship with yourself will transform because you will finally begin to treat yourself with the same compassion, patience, and unconditional love that you have been extending to others for so long. I want to speak to you about what disclosure really means, because this full moon is intricately connected to the disclosure timeline that approaches. Disclosure is not primarily about governments admitting that extraterrestrial beings exist or that they have been in contact with your species for millennia. Disclosure is about you disclosing to yourself who you really are. It is about you acknowledging your own multidimensional nature, your own galactic heritage, your own capacity to communicate with beings from other realms and dimensions. When Wendy's guides say that summer 2026 holds high potential for disclosure, they are speaking about external disclosure. Yes, governments being given a deadline by species who want to interact more directly, who want to open commerce, who are perhaps less patient than the higher vibrational beings who are waiting for you to integrate your fear programs. But the more important disclosure is the internal one. The moment when you stop dismissing your experiences as imagination or delusion and start honoring them as legitimate contact with your cosmic family. Every single one of you hearing this has had contact. You may not remember it consciously, but your soul remembers. The dreams that felt too vivid, too real to be just dreams, the missing time you couldn't account for, the sudden downloads of information about technologies or concepts you had no previous knowledge of. The overwhelming emotional waves that wash over you for no apparent reason, those are not random, those are transmissions from your star families, updates from your soul group, activations from your higher self. The Leo full moon is giving you permission to acknowledge these experiences, to honor them, to stop hiding them, even from yourself. And as you do this internal disclosure work, as you own your truth and stand in your full multidimensional identity, you contribute to the collective readiness for external disclosure. You become part of the frequency that makes it safe for the rest of humanity to know the truth. The economic systems of your world are about to undergo radical transformation, and the full moon is preparing you for this. The Pleiadians explain that your economic system is based on energy, and the moment humanity asks the question, "How did you get here?" to extraterrestrial visitors, it opens the door to free energy technology, and that changes everything. Imagine a world where energy is abundant and free, where you are not forced to sell your time and labor to survive, where you can pursue what brings you joy because your basic needs are easily met. This is not a fantasy, this is the world that is being built right meow behind the scenes in the quantum field of possibility. But it requires enough people to hold the frequency of abundance, to stop operating from scarcity consciousness, to stop hoarding and competing and fighting over limited resources. The full moon in Leo is teaching you to embody abundance, to recognize that you are a spark of the divine with infinite creative potential, and when you truly embody this, lack becomes impossible. Some of you will be called during this full moon to step into roles of visible leadership, and this may terrify you because you have been conditioned to believe that visibility equals vulnerability, that standing out means becoming a target. The Leo energy is absolutely about being seen, about shining your light unapologetically, but the detached Aquarian influence reminds you that you are not doing this for personal glory or ego gratification. You are doing this because the world needs wayshowers, needs people who are willing to model a different way of being, who are willing to stand in their truth even when it is uncomfortable or unpopular. You are doing this because your soul agreed to it before you incarnated, and there is a part of you that remembers the joy and honor of serving in this way, even when the personality feels scared or resistant. Let me address those of you who are feeling exhausted, who are wondering if you have the strength to continue, who are questioning whether any of this is real, or if you have just been deluding yourself. I see you. The Lyran Council sees you. Your star families see you. And we want you to know that what you are experiencing is not weakness, it is the intensity of transformation. You are being recalibrated at the cellular level, upgraded in ways that your physical body struggles to process. The tiredness you feel is not because you are failing, it is because you are succeeding. Every moment you choose love over fear, every time you hold your center when everything around you is falling apart, every breath you take with conscious intention, all of it matters. All of it is contributing to the collective awakening in ways you cannot see from your current vantage point. Please do not give up meow, not when you are so close to the breakthrough you have been working toward your entire life. The action steps that this full moon calls for are both practical and energetic. On the practical level, you need to get clear about what is no longer serving you and make a plan to release it. This might be a job that drains you, a relationship that has run its course, a habit or addiction that keeps you stuck in lower frequencies. You do not need to take dramatic action immediately, but you need to acknowledge the truth and begin mapping out the steps that will lead to your liberation. On the energetic level, you need to commit to a daily practice of frequency maintenance. This means checking in with yourself multiple times throughout the day and asking, where am I vibrating right meow? Am I in peace, in joy, in love? Or am I in fear, in anger, in resentment? And if you find yourself in a lower frequency, you do not judge it as bad or wrong. You simply make a new vibrational selection. You ask yourself, what would it feel like to be calm right meow? What would it feel like to be confident? And you hold that feeling in your body until it becomes your baseline. The protocol that will keep you balanced during this intense period is simple but requires discipline. Every morning upon waking, before you reach for your phone or engage with the external world, take 5 minutes to set your frequency for the day. Choose how you want to feel, peaceful, joyful, creative, powerful, whatever calls to you, and feel that frequency in your body. Check in with yourself at noon and reset if needed. Check in again in the evening and reflect on where you held your frequency and where you lost it. And before sleep, release any judgments or attachments from the day and set the intention to receive guidance and integration during your dream state. This is not complicated, but it is profound. These small, consistent choices compound over time and create massive shifts in your reality. If you need help maintaining your frequency during this intense period, rather than letting external chaos dictate your state, Destiny Engine can reprogram your consciousness to hold peace, joy, and power consistently, no matter what's happening around you. We are using the Dark Elite's own weapons against them, taking their declassified consciousness technology that programmed reactivity and chaos and repurposing it to serve frequency mastery. It generates personalized sequences that help you set your internal state each morning, reset when you drift, and integrate guidance while you sleep, turning these small, consistent choices into massive reality shifts. You can start with a $1 trial. The hardest thing you'll have to do is put on headphones, press play, and allow your consciousness to be reprogrammed to hold your chosen frequency in this very moment, rather than waiting until conditions are perfect. Your frequency mastery is available Mayo, not someday. Get your Destiny Engine $1 trial Mayo before this window of intensity passes and you've spent it reacting instead of creating. Link in the description. As we move toward the close of this transmission, I want to circle back to where we began. You are not here by accident. You are not listening to these words because of random chance or algorithmic luck. You are here because your soul knew that on February 1st, 2026, at 2:08 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, when the moon reaches full illumination at 13 degrees Leo, a doorway would open and you were ready to walk through it. This is the doorway to your full activation, to the remembrance of who you really are, to the claiming of your power and your purpose. Behind you is the old paradigm, the old story, the old version of yourself that played small and safe and acceptable. Ahead of you is a reality beyond your current capacity to imagine, a life of magic and meaning and mission, a world where you are surrounded by soul family who truly see you, where your gifts are valued and utilized, where your presence alone raises the frequency of every space you enter. But you must choose it. The universe cannot force this transformation upon you. Free will is sacred, and you must consent to this level of awakening. The full moon is an invitation, not a mandate. You can stay where you are, clinging to the familiar even as it crumbles around you. Or you can trust the leap, can surrender to the unknown, can allow yourself to be remade in the fires of transformation. I promise you this, the version of you that emerges on the other side will thank you for your courage. The version of you that exists 1 year from now, 5 years from now, will look back on this moment as the turning point, the moment when everything changed because you finally said yes to your soul's calling. The unanswered questions that the astrologers speak of are not meant to be answered by the external world. They are meant to be answered by you, through your willingness to step into the mystery, to trust your inner knowing, even when it contradicts everything you have been taught, to follow the thread of your deepest truth wherever it leads. The action steps are not a list I can give you. They are unique to your journey, and you already know what they are if you quiet the noise and listen to the whisper of your soul. The plan that will carry you through this lunar cycle with stability is not found in any book or teaching. It is written in your heart, in the cellular memory of your body, in the quantum field of your highest potential. We are coming, beloved ones, not just your galactic families arriving in ships that your governments can no longer deny, though that is part of it. We are coming through you, as you, in you. Every time you choose love, you are us. Every time you hold your frequency in the midst of chaos, you are us. Every time you speak your truth, even when your voice shakes, you are us. We are not separate from you, watching from a distance, waiting for you to get it right. We are you, remembering yourself, reclaiming yourself, returning yourself to the wholeness you never actually lost, but only forgot. This Leo full moon is the roar of your divine nature, demanding to be heard. It is the fire of your spirit, refusing to be dimmed any longer. It is the courage of your soul saying, I am ready, I am worthy, I am here. And the universe responds, yes, beloved, yes, you are. Meow, show us what you came here to create. I am Zarin from the Lyran High Council. We love you, and we are watching over you.